If you've ever looked at a card and thought, I'd like to do that, but I don't know how she did that, you're in the right place. This is Step It Up Stamping. I'm Barb Brimhall. And in today's video, I'm going to take the Endless Love Bundle by Stampin' Up, make a very, very simple card, and then step it up 2 more times so that wherever you're at in your card making journey, there's going to be a card for you. So let's start with our easiest card. This is the Busy Bee card. Very, very simple. It's got a card base of basic white, and then it's got real red, which is not as bright as it looks in the camera. The camera actually makes it look like Poppy Parade, but it's a darker, richer red, real red. And what I did is I just stamped some hearts in this corner, add the little heart on top of this one, super simple. Then what I'm calling the double layer heart, I just stamped that in real red. And then this is I believe it's a 3/4 inch piece of basic white. Let me see if I can, yeah, you can see how it's stamped on that piece of basic white. And then I just stamped the Valentines in real red, glued it down because I didn't really want any dimension on that. And then I stamped the happy day. That's it, guys. 1 ink pad, 2 cardstocks. Very simple. But I think it's a really cute card. And I think anybody that you would want to send a Valentine's card to would like this. Now, one thing about Valentine cards, my friends, they're not just for your family or your significant other. Everybody wants to know that they're thought of on Valentine's Day, don't you think? So make a couple and give it to your mail carrier. Give it to your kids or grandkids' bus driver. Give it to the gal at the checkout at the grocery store. Everybody loves to be thought of and appreciated on Valentine's Day. So I think sometimes we don't make Valentine's Day cards because we think they're all lovey-dovey. They don't have to be, although I must admit this one is. I have to confess that. Okay, so let's say we want to take it up just a little bit. Let's bring in the worker bee card. And you can see that it's kind of the same. The layout is the same. But what I changed here is I brought in 2 things. I brought in the Made with Love Designer Series paper, and I stamped this heart onto the paper first, and then I just cut it out with scissors. Now, if you have the dies and you have a cut and emboss machine, you can cut them out really quick. But if you don't have that, then just cut it out with scissors. And then we did the Happy Valentine's Day and the hearts just the same. The only difference, and I'm going to bring this up close to see if you can tell. I don't think you can, but this is real red. See how much darker this is? And this is strawberry slush. So in this card, I have 2 ink pads, real red, strawberry slush, almost exact same design, except for these 2 hearts done with the Made with Love designer paper, which I think are so cute. And then the thing I added that I really think brings this up a step are those really, really pretty sparkle dot essentials. Aren't they cool? Actually, I think it's sparkle essential dots. I do have a full tutorial that you could grab if you want it. The link will be in the comments, so check that out. But very, very simple. And I'm going to try to get a good look at those sparkle dots. It's hard because when the light gets that close, you just see the reflection of the light. But you have to trust me, these puppies really sparkle. I love them. Okay, so now we're going to take it all the way to the top. This is our Queen Bee card. Now this opens. These are die cut hearts. And then this is just a single 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 piece of real red cardstock. But if you like a card that stands up, because this won't stand up, but it's perfect for handing out to people, But if you prefer a card that stands up, instead of the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, just put it on a 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 folded sheet of cardstock so that it's going to stand up like this, except you'll have a real red card base. I hope that makes sense. So what I did is I used, again, the Made with Love designer paper. I cut out 2 of the hearts. These are the larger hearts. You can see they've got this really great stitching around it, which I just love. I did use 2 different patterns. If I was going to do this again, I would probably have this paper on the inside and this paper on the outside. And the reason why is these hearts really fight with the stamped hearts I did, but who cares? It's really not that big of a deal. So anyway, in the instructions, I show you how to score these, but these are basically just kind of a hinged effect for the front of the card. And then using the fabulous Endless Love dies. Oh, these dies are so cool. I'm cutting out the large arrow. I'm cutting out the swirly heart. And then I'm doing the sentiment the exact same way I did on the worker bee card. So very simple. This for a queen bee card, guys, this is really simple. But I love how it turned out. And I think this is just a really fun card design. And I think whoever got it would go, wow, how'd she do that? And in reality, it's like super duper easy. Okay. So there you go, my friends. We have 3 cards, a very, very, very simple busy bee card. And then we've got, let me see if I can get these all in the picture here. And then we've got our worker bee card, which steps it up just a little bit. You don't need a cut and emboss machine for this card, but you do need a die cutting machine for this card, where you're going to use all these fabulous dies on the card. So even though this is our queen bee card, this card took minutes. It took hardly any time at all. You could definitely make a whole ton of these. And I think anybody who received this would really like it. So let me know in the comments below which is your favorite, which one you'd be most likely to make. And have a really creative week, my friends. That's what this time of year is all about. Talk to you later. Have a great week. Bye.